So this is the last talk. After this, we're going to eat pizza. But I'm going to talk for a few minutes about trying to keep that gray matter in line. By the way, if you don't know xcassidy.com, then you should really check it out because, you know, it's just plain awesome. I'm going to start with opening and having conversations. I'm going to talk about giving and receiving feedback and about working with other people, but the last point only if we get to it, because time is a bit at the essence. Now, in real life, the physical layer is not really abstracted away from the communication protocol. In other words, it actually matters what you look like, how you smell, how you dress, and these things. Now, to a lot of people, this is a little annoying, but such is life. So a basic tip with this is usually that overdressing works really well. If you, for example, have to go to a customer, just wear everything that you've got, that is a suit and a tie and everything, because you can leave the tie in the car and take off the jacket. And then actually, you know, you don't look that terribly overdressed. And this is the same with, for example, events, you know, like a commercial event. If you visit it, you know, you're going to give a talk, wear a suit. If you're just going to go there, walk around as a visitor, business casual is usually fine. A little further about the communication protocol itself. It's not standardized and it's totally underdocumented. So communication with people is difficult because of that. Usually communication starts with hi, hello, how are you? And then the other person basically responds with, hi, I'm fine, thank you, how are you? Now, the most important thing to realize about this is a handshake protocol. There is no data transfer. If you start to transfer data, already you get communication errors, so don't make that mistake. It's a big one, okay? Now, after the handshake, in a lot of cases, people will basically initiate data transfer. That's more of a European thing to just start talking about stuff. In a lot of other cultures, you first basically start with small talk. And I'm not talking about the language here. I'm talking, of course, about small space talk. Now, this is essentially working on your page rank. Yeah? So again, it's not about data transfer. It's just about search engine optimization. You generate content. It's actually rather meaningless. It's just important for some reason. Yeah? So talk about the weather, talk about positive things. It's okay to talk about your kid who puked all over you, because that's funny for some reason. On the other hand, don't talk about a relative who recently had a very heavy car accident or even died, because that's just not good for your page rank. Yeah, so think about those subjects that make, you know, people laugh, and don't talk about subjects that would make them cry. Doesn't work. Yeah. Now, moving on. So after you've done the small talk thing, an important thing to be aware of are locale differences. Cultural differences are always bigger than you think. And seriously, I can give you a lot of examples, but one that I find rather peculiar is getting a new job in Brazil versus Germany. Now, if you, as a German, would move to Brazil and you would get a new job and you would be there on the first day in the office, these Brazilians will be all over you. And this is not because you're German, this is normal for them, okay? First day, everybody will come to you, they will say hi, they want to know everything about you. Family, kids, how old are you, where are you from, what's your favorite food, your favorite color, and anything else they can think of. And after the day is over, you're not done with them yet. No, they'll take you out for drinks at the very least, and you'll probably get home real late. Okay? This is Brazil. This is normal. This is friendly. On the other hand, if you're from Brazil and you come to Germany, you will probably think everybody hates you, because nobody will come and say hi. There might be a quick tour of the office, but you know, in Germany it's polite to leave people alone. Give them a little time to find their place, to find their bearings, and maybe after a week, 1 or 2 people will come and say hi to you. Yeah? What is polite in one place will be weird in another. This is what cultural differences are all about. And seriously, it's normal, although it's weird. Now, how do you deal with this? 3 tips. Don't assume bad intentions. Okay? When somebody is all over you, they might just be, you know, nice and friendly in their culture, which is different from yours. When you say, hi, how are you to somebody in a supermarket in Germany, you're intruding on their privacy, you're rude. If you do the same in the US, you're just being baseline normal. Okay, these are differences, they're there. People are not being assholes, they're just being polite in their way, which is different from yours. The extra thing, so how should you act? You should be extra nice. Yeah? That always works. You can barely be too nice. There might be a situation here or there, and especially if you are from a, more southern culture, then probably, don't go too far out of your way. But especially if you're from Northern Europe, be extra, extra nice, because you might still be rude. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is, okay? Now, the last advice I have when it comes to cultural differences is assimilate. I try to embrace whatever people do. It might be tacky to say namaste in India, but it is usually appreciated. And the same goes for all these things. Try to dress, try to act like other people do around you. That's really the thing that works best. Now, I'm going to finish it up quickly because I'm already over time, I'm sorry. But a lot of people in our community, the geeky people, they have issues with, communication. They don't like to talk in front of people. They don't like to go, well, let me give one horrible example, a networking session. I mean, what the heck are you supposed to do? You'll be standing there and thinking, oh God, I need to do something here. But you just are supposed to talk to people and look good. Now, how should you deal with it? And by the way, realize this is not a bad thing, eh? I mean, if you're unsure about yourself, that means you're trying to do better and trying to improve. If you were totally sure about yourself in every situation, you'd probably be a psychopath. So don't feel bad about it, okay? It's normal and healthy to try and improve. It's the only way you can improve. Now, how do you deal with it? A networking session is all about focusing on the other people instead of on you. So don't worry about what you look like, what your clothes are, whether you're smiling enough or not enough or too much. These things aren't that important. What matters is that you find something in the other person that's genuinely interesting. If you're a foodie, try to figure out what they ate last and talk with them about that. And the conversation will then go smoothly to other interesting things. I personally always find it interesting to figure out what people really do day to day. So if you're a surgeon, well, okay, at some point you're cutting in people, but you probably do other stuff too. I just want to know what it is they do in that time. Now, this really is rather simple. If you can't find anything interesting about somebody, it might just be that they're not interesting. So move on, totally fine. And don't worry that they don't find you interesting, because, why would you care about that? Everybody has different interests. Yeah. So I'm going to stop it at this. I have a bunch of more tips, but, that's for another time. Thank you very much.